Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a bridge for all of your city building needs. I will show you how to alter the bridge's height and shape to suit the environment that you are putting it in. Here is a slightly different version of the bridge that you may or may not prefer. And here is the bridge in a couple of different materials. It actually looks good in a whole range of materials, so do feel free to experiment. Consider becoming a channel member today and you will gain access to a cool avatar next to your name, some unique emojis, and access to my mini city design world containing every single build that has been added to Mini City to date. This is well over 100 builds, all chronologically ordered, Java edition only. This is the amount of space required to make the bridge, however this does of course change depending upon where you are putting it. Here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. The first road that we place will dictate the entire height of the road, so be careful when starting this. You will want to match this to where you want your road to be. Begin by placing 7 red terracotta on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Extend to the right by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Extend all the way down to the ground. Continue extending right by a further 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then extend all the way down to the ground. We then also want to extend upwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We then want to extend right to 1, 2. Up to 1, 2, left to 1, 2, and then down. We then want to extend our row of red terracotta all the way down, join both to the horizontal row that we have been extending from, but also all the way down to the ground as well, just like this. We are then going to fill the inside of this shape in using red nether brick wall, except for this top bit. We then want to continue extending through this horizontal row and place another row of 8 red terracotta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which we then want to extend all the way down to the ground, and then continue extending another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we will once again extend all the way down to the ground. We then want to add a row of smooth stone along the inside of this horizontal row of red terracotta that extends all the way across the build. We then want to place 3 rows of grey concrete, so 1, 2, 3, and we will extend 3 entire rows across. We then want to line up with this row of red terracotta, wall and red terracotta, and we want to place 3 white concrete opposite. We then, on both sides of the white concrete, want to place 3, 1, 2, 3 grey concrete, followed by 3, 1, 2, 3 white concrete. We want to repeat this pattern until we can't anymore. 1, 2, 3. Next, we are going to place 3 more rows of grey concrete. 1, 2, 3. And we want to fill all of these rows in. Add a row of smooth stone along the side of the grey concrete. And then a row of red terracotta along the smooth stone. We then want to extend this end row of red terracotta down to the ground, and we also want to locate all of the other instances where we placed red terracotta on the opposite side of the build, and we want to apply them to this side of the build as well. This is fairly easily achieved by just looking through to literally the opposite side, just a few rows away, and doing the exact same thing. We can then do a similar thing all the way over here as well. So we can raise up these red terracottas to match the height of the red terracotta all the way across the way, and we can apply the exact same shape as we have there over to here, including the red nether brick wall in the center. What we will also do here is extend the top two corners of the center of the bridge across and together like this. We will then leave a gap of one below this and add another row of red terracotta, joining the sides of the bridge together once more. We also want to add a row of red terracotta along the inside of the nether brick wall, just like this. It just kind of helps to reinforce the bridge. Then, all the way up at the top, we want to place a red terracotta, leave a gap, terracotta, so on and so forth, extending across the bridge like this. We will want to do this underneath the bridge too, so we want to match this here as well, just in that little gap that we can see, onto this opposite side also, and also at the top as well, just like this. Perfect! Extending along the sides of the bridge, starting from the ends, we want to place a red terracotta, leave a gap, mangrove fence, leave a gap, mangrove fence, so on and so forth, extending both to the center and also through the center, and we want to repeat this along all the way over to the opposite side. So on the very end we have a terracotta, and in between the fence. Let's do this on the opposite side also. So terracotta, gap, mangrove fence, leaving gaps all the way along, move through, do the exact same thing on the opposite side here until we reach this. Then we simply, starting from the ends of the bridge, place one iron bar on top of the fence, and then on the next one we place 2 iron bars, and the next one 3 iron bars, and the next one 4 iron bars, and the next one 5, 6, and finally 7. That will give us this appearance, which we then want to do on each one of the 3 sides of the bridge. Next, we want to decorate underneath the bridge. We simply place mangrove fence underneath where we have the mangrove fence on the top of the bridge. We then place mangrove fence gates in between all of the fence. And then mangrove slabs underneath the fence and fence gates. Now that we have done that on this side, we do the same on the opposite side. Remember, just place fence underneath where we already have fence, fence gates all the way in between, and then underneath that, mangrove slabs. And there you have it, the basics of the bridge. Let me show you an alteration that you may choose to make to the bridge. So you may find that if you place a mangrove plank on top of every single one of the iron bars, and then further connect these both to the center of the bridge like this, and also down to all of the other previous mangrove slabs, you will also have to raise up that terracotta. You may find that you like this look a little bit better. Let's do this to this side as well so that we get the full effect. You may find that you prefer this. It's a little bit more realistic, but in my opinion, just doesn't look as good. It is just a matter of personal preference. Next, let me show you how I would create a hill or a ramp or a gradient that would allow us to connect the bridge down to the ground if that is something that we wanted. So first of all, I would remove 3 rows of grey concrete from the end of the bridge like this, including the smooth stone also. Then we would place grey concrete underneath this and in front of the road, extend across like this, place a row of 1, 2, 3 white concrete in the middle, and then build the road around this like so, and then add smooth stone to the side of this. So I like to start the gradual downturn of the bridge still inside of the bridge, but if you wanted to, you could extend the bridge out and then start extending it down, but I think it looks a little bit better this way. So we would keep repeating this, just place the row of grey concrete just on the end and down with 3 white concrete like this, and then grey concrete. We would just keep repeating this until we reached our desired height. So it might very well be that this part of the road here would then connect to, say, just a piece of land that you were actually trying to get to. But theoretically, if you wanted to, you could just keep repeating this over and over and over again until we just hit the ground. So let's just do that for the fun of it. So from the side, it really doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty cool, actually, I think. But then we've just kind of got like road that is suspended in the air. So the next course of action would be to either build up some like grass or a hill or something like alongside of it, or it would be to extend the bridge a little bit as well, so like to create some support along the side, which is just a little bit tricky. And you wouldn't do it in the same way as we have the previous parts of the bridge, so you'd probably have something like this, and then you would find optimal points to kind of like connect the centers of these roads down, so like here for instance, maybe just like here. And then you would probably just place some iron bars along the side of this. It's not particularly pretty, but it kind of depends what sort of look you are going for. I mean, it's not bad at all, and of course the bridge extends out nicely. And you would do this on the other side, of course, but I feel as though that this kind of gets the point across on how we would do it. So the reason that we would probably do this is if we say had like water underneath the bridge. So this would be the better solution to having to build up banks around it. So it still looks okay, and of course you would build the structure into the water as well all the way down, but it's not a bad solution, I think. So this is my personal preference on how you would get around extending the bridge down to the height that you want it versus how we did it previously. So if you extend the environment up and around to cover the sides of the road, I think that it just looks a lot better this way. There's nothing wrong with the previous way, but I think that this is a more elegant solution. I've also added some water around this just because I think it looks really good, but I think that this just covers it up a lot better, and it just looks better. And there we go, that is everything you need to know on how to build a bridge for your city. However, this video is not over. We must now take the bridge that I've just built and add it into our city. There's not really a particular part of the city that we can just dump a giant bridge without completely overhauling the area. So instead, this bridge is going to lead out of Mini City, and perhaps it will even connect to something in the future. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. If you would like to make anything else by me, please check the description below for the Mini City Builds playlist. We have over 100 builds in there for you to enjoy. Alternatively, the sidebar, hopefully the next upcoming video, YouTube, or just check the channel. Consider becoming a channel member today, and you will gain access to a cool avatar next to your name, some unique emojis, and access to my Mini City design world containing every single build that has been added to Mini City to date. This is well over 100 builds, all chronologically ordered. Java edition only. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.